Greetings to you, my Northminster Church family. This is Pastor Pete, and I have an announcement to make. If you were in church this morning, you've already heard it, and if you didn't, I apologize that you're receiving this news via email and a link to a video. But along with this email is a letter from me to the congregation explaining that I will be leaving the Northminster Church staff. And it is a hard, difficult, even sad moment for me, even at the same time that I'm confident that I'm following God's call. My next assignment will be to serve as the Interim Senior Pastor and Head of Staff at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church here in Tucson. You may know or be aware of the situation at St. Andrew's where Jim Toole, their previous pastor, died in April from bile duct cancer. Their church is going through transition where I believe my gifts are being called forth to be used there in this moment, and it really is an undeniable sense of call from God that it would be disobedient of me to not follow. But it's also difficult because then that means I'm leaving the Northminster Church family, a place that has been an absolute home for me and for our family for the last 16 and a half years. And so I'm really torn about having to say goodbye. But I want you to know that I'm going to stick around for a couple more weeks. My last day will be July 12th. But between now and then, I have the opportunity to take part in an amazing vacation Bible school, especially ministering to some of the parents from the students that are going to be taking part in that evening experience. And also preaching my final 2 Sundays, July 4th and July 11th. And also there's going to be a congregational meeting on June 27th at 5 o'clock. That will be for the purpose of being Presbyterian and in order, dissolving the terms of call or dissolving the call between me and the church, which is an action from the congregation that needs to happen. But I understand, even though I'm not planning this event, I understand that there's going to be some fun and also some food involved. So I do hope that you can be a part of that. I would love to see you. I'd love to greet you. And thank you for the privilege of being one of your pastors at Northminster. I'm going to reach for my glasses here. And I want to read to you a scripture from Philippians chapter 1. And as I read this again today, I was really reminded of Paul's heart for his church, for the people that he had loved and shared the gospel with. He says, Philippians 1:3 and following, I thank my God every time I remember you. In all my prayers for all of you, I always pray with joy because of your partnership in the gospel from the first day until now, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Jesus Christ. And my emotions echo this scripture, certainly, as Paul expresses his gratitude. I am full of gratitude for the gift that Northminster has been to me and to my family. You have been there through the birth of children, baptisms, confirmations. You've loved us so well. And I want you to know that as I leave, I want to do so well, acknowledging the gift of God of you. And maybe I've had an impact as well on you and your life. And if so, we'll together thank God. I hope over these next several weeks we can celebrate what God has done in our midst over these past almost 17 years. So it's a real gift that I get to treasure as I remember Northminster, and the other real gift is that I'm not leaving town. And so while there will be a clear separation from me and you as your pastor, I still look forward to bumping into you at the grocery store or around town. I hope that we'll continue to be friends, especially trusting in that truth that Paul rested in, that God will continue the work he started in us until that day of completion, until Jesus returns. So God bless you, friends. I love you very dearly. Bye-bye.